Hi, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. Welcome to another classic movie review. I'm talking about 1959's Rio Bravo, starring John Wayne, the Duke, and this was directed by Howard Hawks. Great director in his time, very um, versatile, made a lot of different kinds of films, from 1932's Scarface to Bringing Up Baby with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn to Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, The Thing from Another World. Co-starring in this classic western, we also have the great Dean Martin. Very famously, he was in the Rat Pack with Sammy Davis Jr. and Frank Sinatra. Not only was he one of the great singer-crooners of all time, but he was also a very gifted actor. He was in dozens of films. For my money, this is his best performance. He is terrific in this film as Dude, also called Borachon throughout the movie. We also have Angie Dickinson, who I really enjoy in Big Bad Mama. She also pops up in Brian De Palma's Dress to Kill. She's very good in this movie as a character they call Feathers. She is, of course, the love interest. We also have character actor Walter Brennan, who is very, very good. He pops up in so many movies in so many different kinds of roles, and he's so different here than he was in something like Pride of the Yankees, which I talked about very recently on this channel. And yeah, he's such a great character actor. Here he plays Stumpy, very lovable kind of character. We also have Ricky Nelson, who was a very talented artist, very good singer, and not just a good singer, but he could also act, as this movie shows. Here he plays Colorado. The guy that starts all the trouble at the very beginning of the film in the saloon and ends up killing an unarmed man is known as Joe Burdette, who is the leader of a criminal gang of thugs. And so after he kills this guy, Chance steps in. That's John Wayne's character. And with Dude's help, Dean Martin's character, Dude and Chance take Joe Burdette to a little cell in the little sheriff's station, the little lockup. And there, waiting, is Stumpy, who is the guy that kind of stands guard. He has a game leg. You know, he's an old guy, doesn't move very fast, but he can still shoot. And he has quite a mouth on him, too. A lot of sass. Joe Burdette has friends that would like to see him bust out and everything. And so Chance has friends here and there that come out every now and then and offer to help him out. One of them being his friend Pat. The character of Pat Wheeler is played by character actor Ward Bond, who was in so many classic movies from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Movies like It's a Wonderful Life, The Maltese Falcon, even popping up in a small role in Gone with the Wind. And here as Pat Wheeler, he is an old friend of Chance, John Wayne's character, offering to help him out because of his situation with having this very dangerous guy in a cell, knowing he has buddies that would love to shoot Chance in the back at any moment. Fortunately for Chance, Dean Martin's character begins to get sober again and starts to regain his skills with a weapon, and because he's a very good marksman, begins to show them off every now and then and regains his confidence, starts to show everybody, including Chance, that he is capable of being Chance's deputy, his right-hand man. And those moments between Chance and Dude, where we see that they are friends that do care about each other, those are some of the best moments in the film for me. This being a Western, there are some shootouts in the movie. That's to be expected. Some moments of, bang, 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 shoot 'em up stuff. So you get some of that. Not enough, in my opinion. I think the movie could have used a bit more since this is a 2 hour and 20-minute movie. So there's a lot of downtime throughout everything. Um, this movie was kind of made as a response to how John Wayne and the director of this movie, Howard Hawks, felt about the 1952 classic Western High Noon. Both movies have a bit of similarity, but High Noon to me is the better movie. I think in High Noon you really feel the tension all throughout, you feel the stakes, because in High Noon there are constant shots back to the clock. You constantly see the clock and the clock's ticking because the shootout is going to take place at high noon no matter what. In Rio Bravo, you got 6 days. He's waiting for the marshals, the U.S. Marshals, to come pick up this guy and take him away. And so there doesn't really feel like any urgency in Rio Bravo. The movie just kind of meanders. Usually, when it comes to a Western, as a viewer, we're always looking out for those exciting moments of gunplay, the big shootout moments and stuff like that. But When it comes to Rio Bravo, I don't watch this movie anticipating those moments because the high points of this movie aren't really the action moments. It does have some moments like that, but for the most part, it's really the characters and the dialogue moments that are more entertaining than those shootout moments. There's a moment in the movie around midpoint where we get a little duet, a little song between Ricky Nelson's character and Dean Martin's character. It would have been a crime, after all, since you have two very good, famous singers in this movie, to not have them sing. And so, yeah, it's a very great scene in the film. And little moments like that really make up the movie overall for me. And I'm not the biggest John Wayne fan, to be honest. I do enjoy many of his movies because even though there are actors that I'm not really huge fans of, I can respect their work. And so I do enjoy Stagecoach. I love that movie. I even really love Hondo. You also have The Great True Grit that came out in 1969, which features John Wayne as Rooster Cogburn in one of his greatest performances of all time. An Academy Award winning performance, after all. And of course, you also got to mention the other movies that Howard Hawks directed, like Hitari, and you also have the movies that were basically variations on Rio Bravo, like El Dorado, and you also had Rio Lobo. When it comes to movies, even the classics can have their pros and their cons, and when it comes to Rio Bravo, I honestly feel like the pros far outweigh the cons, because I do feel that the movie is a bit too long and can be boring at times. However, I think the dialogue is very engaging and entertaining. I do like the costumes and the set design. I really enjoy Angie Dickinson's character, which is known as Feathers. It's a very well written female character. Her and John Wayne both have like this tug of war situation in their relationship where there's a little hard to get kind of going on. She's trying to pretend like she's not into him, and so is he, but they're both trying to drop subtle hints and they both want each other to know what the other's thinking. This movie does have a very authentic Western feel to it with the music score and the production design, the set design. Of course, very memorable characters, very endearing characters and performances. I do give this movie 3 stars. I do want to add though, as much as I find this movie entertaining and do respect it and respect John Wayne and Howard Hawks, I do not agree with their opinion that High Noon was an un-American movie because it featured a hero that was not all that up to the task because he was looking for help. He was very much up to the task, and the fact that he was looking for help, I mean, John Wynn was looking for help in this movie. He got help by Stumpy. Eventually, he did get help by Colorado, and he was ultimately helped by Dean Martin's character. I do think 1959's Rio Bravo does deserve its own audience based on its own merits and is a good film on its own right. And so, if you want to check this movie out, I do think you can find it on streaming on Max since it is a Warner Brothers movie. You can find a lot of Warner Brothers movies from their library on Max. But if you want to get yourself a hard copy, there might be some floating around. I do have my copy here on DVD, as you can see there. A very simple cover for a very simple premise, but a classic Western nonetheless. I do recommend you check out Rio Bravo. Thank you very much for watching this classic movie review. I always appreciate you watching. If you're into the classics, if you're into movies, if you're into this kind of thing, please hit the bell, become a subscriber. Please don't forget to comment, share, like, always helps out the channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for your support. I always appreciate it. Everybody take care of each other. Peace out. God bless.